She stood in the doorway like a decision already made. The dress clung to her, tight, semi-sheer, unapologetic, nothing underneath. I could tell by the way the light didn't forgive her. She watched my eyes register it, then smiled as if she'd won something small but important. "Where are you going?" I asked, not angry, not curious, measured. She tilted her head, letting silence do its work. Then she smirked. "What if I told you I'm meeting two of my exes tonight?" The words slid across the room and cut clean through me. I took a step toward her. Instinct, muscle memory, the old version of me still reaching. She raised a finger. "What would you do?" That's when I felt it. Not pain, not jealousy, clarity. I didn't answer. I picked up my phone instead. One call, short, quiet. The kind of call that doesn't ask questions. Her smile wavered, just a fraction. Enough. She grabbed her purse, brushed past me, perfume lingering like a provocation. The door closed behind her with a sound that felt final. I stood there alone, phone still warm in my hand. And for the first time, I understood something essential. This wasn't a test. It was a confession. We'd been married 8 years, long enough to memorize each other's rhythms, long enough to notice when one goes off beat. The late nights had started months ago. New passwords, phone always face down, a sudden concern with mirrors, with youth, with being wanted. I told myself stories, work stress, midlife panic, anything that didn't require me to accept the obvious. But that night, her smirk, the dress, the challenge in her eyes, it rearranged everything. She wanted to be seen leaving. She wanted me to imagine it. 2 exes, not strangers, history, comparison, a reminder that I was replaceable. I sat at the kitchen table long after she left, listening to the refrigerator hum like a witness too bored to speak. I replayed moments I'd dismissed. Her flinching when I touched her phone, the way she laughed at messages she never shared, the way she'd started saying my name less. I didn't feel rage, I felt stupid. And beneath that, something colder began to form. I didn't confront her. I adjusted. I watched. I learned her patterns. Which nights she lied about dinner with friends. Which excuses came pre-packaged. I pulled phone records, location data. Old habits die hard. I work with numbers. Patterns don't lie. I hired someone. Quiet. Professional. He sent photos. Not graphic. Just enough. Hands on arms that weren't mine. Smiles I hadn't earned in years. I slept beside her every night, breathing evenly, while my mind built a clean, precise map of her double life. I became careful with my words, with my face. I practiced neutrality like a discipline. She mistook my calm for ignorance. That was her last mistake. The report arrived on a Tuesday. I read it once, then again, slowly. Confirmed relationships, overlapping timelines, financial transfers I hadn't noticed. Lies stacked so neatly they almost deserved respect. That evening I placed the folder on the table between us. She looked at it, then at me. "What's this?" I didn't answer right away. I poured myself a drink, sat down. "Which one do you love?" I asked, softly. Her face drained of color. I slid the first photo forward. Silence collapsed around us. She cried, apologized, explained, words spilling over each other trying to drown the truth. I listened, calm, detached. When she finished, I nodded once. "Thank you," I said. That confused her more than anger ever could. The next morning I forwarded the evidence to one ex's wife, to the other's employer, an ethics clause they'd overlooked. Then I removed my name from our joint accounts, changed passwords, filed paperwork already prepared. She came home frantic, phone buzzing nonstop, her world collapsing loudly. "What did you do?" she screamed. I looked at her the way you look at a solved problem. "I made one call," I said, "remember?" She fell to her knees, begged, promised, swore it was never love. I believed her. That was the tragedy. I moved out that night, left her the house, the memories, the echoes. I felt nothing as I closed the door behind me. Not triumph, not sorrow, just weightlessness. She wanted to be desired by ghosts, by men who belonged to her past. So I left her there, with it, and I walked into a future where my silence was the final answer.